Hey everyone, we are here at the Ruby Buckle at the Lazy E Arena in Guthrie, Oklahoma. I'm Amy Wilson here at the EQN Sports Desk, driven by Holiday Auto Group, and we get to talk to the round one winner of the Derby and the 1D, Michelle Alley in Lipstick and Stiletto. Great job.
Thank you.
So she is so much fun to watch. We've been able to see you do a lot of winning, and yesterday a 16.747 in round one. That paid $7,812. That includes a stallion and the breeder payout as well. But she's just such an amazing mare, and I know you get to brag on her a lot, but for good reason. What an athlete.
She is. She's kind of a freak, and she's not the easiest to ride. I know sometimes she makes me look kind of stupid up there,
No.
but no other horses made me look that way because she's just so freaky fast.
Yeah, definitely. You've taken it all in stride. I know you made a post last year after taking her to a bunch of pro rodeos about how much money in down barrels you had. And as you've said before, if you get her around them, you know you're winning money because she is just so incredibly fast. So explain why all that is. Why is she so hard to get around the barrels, and why does she clock like she does?
So we've kind of found out, like with the interval timing things, that she's not necessarily the fastest in the straightaway or the fastest in the turns, but she never slows down. She keeps like one high rate of speed the whole way. And she doesn't cheat. Like, she never drops her shoulder to cheat and hit a barrel, but she can go, just full speed and cut back. And like, I don't know how to explain that other than like it's like a G-force and you have to be hanging on. But she just definitely loves her job. Like, she craves it. And I always love watching my pictures on the run home. Her ears are pinned back flat, and she you can just tell the look in her eye, like she thinks she's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the tip barrels is just a timing thing because she just
Yes,
has
timing,
so much
timing on my
Yeah.
part. Sometimes even the ground. I know I drug a barrel over at Denver to win one round, and it was just a little slip, of the ground, and she just kind of came back into it. So it's kind of like, broken barriers. If you're not pushing it, you're late. So you got to kind of run at it, and sometimes it just doesn't always work in your favor, but other times it does.
Yeah, and so much of that is a mental game. Talk about what you were going through yesterday before that run and what you had to do.
So warming up, she warmed up like normal, and I don't know why, but like some negative thoughts kept creeping into my brain, like don't hit a barrel and get your horse past the barrel and all the things. And I finished warming her up, and I stopped and kind of went off by myself, and I said, Satan, I rebuke you. Get away from me, get out of my life and everything associated with me. And, I'm God's child, and he watches over me, and he blesses me with my ability and these incredible horses. And I just had a sense of peace come over me. And then we went and won the round. So I wanted to share that because the devil does kind of put negative thoughts into our heads sometimes, and I think that plays a part in who wins and who doesn't. So just always remember that God is with you.
I love that. Such power in words and putting our trust in him. And so I love that testimony. I'm glad you shared that with everyone. You have also been doing a lot to help yourself physically. Talk about those struggles and what you've had to do.
Yeah, so I think everybody knows by now my back is really bad, my lower back, which really affects riding when you ride, 10 to 15 head of horses a day. And so I've been doing Pilates since Christmas time, and that has really, really strengthened me. And then I've also been taking Ozactin, which is pure ozone, as well as some exomes, which are, I don't even know how to explain that. It's like normal growth factors and all the collagen and HA and stuff. But anyways, all those things have really, really helped and improved my riding. I feel like I'm in sync with her better.
Yeah.
I've still hit a few barrels, but I'm not coming off of her or falling off of her, and I don't feel scared. Like, I feel really confident. So I'm going into the summer rodeo run with a much higher level of confidence than I did last year.
Yeah, you're also going into the summer ranked number 6 in the world standings. Congrats on that. You've won over $50,000 this year and just won San Angelo, so that was super cool. A little pin, but that's a unique rodeo because the qualifying round is in a bigger arena, and then you move into the Coliseum, so that's asking a lot for a horse.
It is, and I love that rodeo. Saucy always made the short go there, and it's super fun. The payout's great, the committee's great, and it takes a special horse to be able to run in both pens and win. This year we saw several do it, and it's always just really exciting to watch.
Yeah, it is fun. Well, congrats on all of that, and also on the round one win yesterday. You've won a lot here at Ruby Buckle and here at the Lazy E. You hold the record. 16.476. Take us back to that run and how amazing it was.
Oh boy, it was just flawless. It didn't even feel that fast. Of course, when you're running home, you can see the timer, and I was just like in shock. It was just so smooth, so smooth.
Yeah, 16.476. That's amazing. The futurity champ at Ruby Buckle, the Derby champ last year. Yesterday I mentioned 16.747 to win $7,800. Let's take a look at that run, and as we watch it, you can walk us through it and tell us how it felt.
So normal approach to first. Had to lift my leg, which is pretty normal. Kind of had to hold her off the second there. That was pretty tight. And then I lost my stirrup there, which was not a good feeling. And so I never let go of the horn. I just wanted to stay with her. A lot of times horses like her, if you just stay out of their way, they do better anyways. But yeah, a really great run.
She's so cool. And so are you.
Well, thank you.
So do you feel like you trained her to run with the style that she has, or is this just natural?
That is natural.
Or a combination, probably.
Yeah. My horses all kind of have that slingshot move, and I have to lift my leg on quite a few horses, but she's just natural talent, and like she tries so hard.
Yeah.
And I think she's an overachiever. She wants to do it better and better, and sometimes that's not always the greatest thing. I'm like, no, just scale it back and you're okay.
Yeah, you can tell she wants it, and that's cool to see that grit that she has. You raised her. Your best friend owns her. Tell us that whole story.
So, yeah, as a yearling, I offered her for sale. I didn't have to sell her. It was the year of the COVID, and, some of my clients pulled their horses from me because they had lost their job or been laid off, and of course, nobody really knew what was going to happen, and I just thought, well, I'll offer her for sale, and I was going to be picky on who got her, and Heather and her dad called me, and they're like, why are you selling her, And we had a little conversation, and they bought her, but with the agreement that, I would futurity and derby her and stuff. And it's just spiraled from there. And I can't say that I wouldn't go back and do it any other way. Like, it's been a great roller coaster ride to be having all these wins and success with one of my best friends.
Yeah, that's so cool that it gets to be a partnership, something that you guys share. Of course, she's by R.R. Mystic Kelly, and then out of your amazing mare. And I'm sure there's some similarities there, too.
She is. She's like Saucy 2.0.
Yeah.
She has a little more of the butt dragging style of turn, like her dad. But so just personality-wise and everything, she's just her mom remade. And it's funny because like now I'm having babies out of Saucy, and we'll be getting a couple out of Stiletto next year. But they all know their siblings, like Stiletto and her younger brother Dre. And I have two more full siblings that were born this spring, just within the last couple weeks. Like throughout the day, they'll whinny and talk to each other. Like, it's so crazy that they know their family, and Saucy knows her babies. It's wild.
That is cool. So tell us about them.
So Dre, which his registered name is the next episode. I'm hoping to try and keep him a stud. We'll kind of see how that goes. He is a yearling this year. And then I have two babies on the ground, one filly and one stud colt, and they're all full siblings. Saucy also has a couple other babies. Jeff Varner has a JL Dash to Heaven yearling on the ground, and Eric and Holly Edwards have 3 repeat offenders this year.
Oh my gosh.
Because she double ovulated on his second flush. So yeah,
that's so exciting.
My 2 misters were actually double ovulation. Like, people probably think we flushed the heck out of Saucy, but we only did it 3 times. She just gave us 2 double ovulations. So go Saucy.
Again.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
and then Stiletto will have 2 DM high roller babies coming next spring.
Wow.
So we have 2 confirmed heartbeats. We did ICSI on her last fall and got 2 confirmed heartbeats within the last couple months on the recip. So it'll be exciting.
So have you always been in the breeding business, or is this something you hope to expand?
Off and on. I've had mares in the past, and then like I had a really bad year one year, and I think all breeders do, and I got mad and I quit.
Yeah.
And Stiletto was just kind of a freak deal. Saucy was in heat, ready to breed, and I'd hit a barrel, so I didn't advance at Austin that year, and we just did it. And then I did not breed her for the next 4 years just because I was rodeo, and it's just a lot. Now I wish I had, because I wish, there's seems like a huge gap between Stiletto now at 6 years old and Dre at a yearling only. But it'll just be Saucy and Stiletto, and obviously if any of these other fillies as they get older. But I'm not going to have a big broodmare band. Like, I already don't have enough room for all my recips. I need to buy my neighbor's property and stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Just keep expanding. Yeah. When you mentioned she's 6 years old, it's crazy to think everything you've accomplished on her and just stepping up to the big stages at the big rodeos. How are you navigating that this year? How are you choosing which rodeos to go to? What's your game plan with the pro rodeos?
So kind of the same as always. I'll just stick to the playoff rodeos, hit a few other good ones here and there. I do believe I get LA Magic Mike back for the summer too, which will kind of help take some of the pressure off Stiletto, and he's been doing really well. I actually drug a barrel over on him at the Calgary qualifier to have won the round. But yeah, just the bigger rodeos. I don't like to rodeo hard. Everybody knows my rodeo count stays fairly low. And I just kind of like to go on vacation for this summer. But I think, our bigger playoff rodeos pay so well. If you can capitalize on them and make Puyallup and make the Governor's Cup at Sioux Falls, there's so much money to be won. And thankfully this year I have more money won in the winter than I've ever had. So I think I can just keep doing what I've always done, and hopefully it'll work.
Yeah, that's a great start, and I think that's a great path to hopefully making your first NFR. It'd be so much fun to see you run there at the Thomas and Mack. You have 2 horses in the futurity coming up here at Ruby. Tell us about those.
So Ash is a Goodbye Lane out of a Judge Cash daughter, and he's been a lot of fun, really easy, and he's actually gotten to run at a little bit of rodeo experience too and done well. And then the other horse is J.H. Kingsman Fire. She's by, oh my gosh, now I'm drawing a blank. Now I sound stupid. But out of a daughter of Dash to Fame that I had actually fraternity'd for the owner of that mare. And she's a lot like her dam. And she's really fun. She's going to make the owner's daughter a really nice horse, too. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
excited.
I
honestly don't know how y'all remember everything you do, so.
I'll remember it as soon as I walk away.
Exactly, I know. Well, it has been so much fun to chat about all of this. Really excited to watch you throughout this season and hopefully making the finals. And, again, a big congratulations on everything you've accomplished here, especially the first round win.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Michelle Alley, Lipstick and Stilettos, 16.747 to win round 1 of the Derby here at the Ruby Buckle. I'm Amy Wilson here at the EQN Sports Desk, all driven by Holiday Auto.